Hello, good day to you. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk more on masturbation. And this is thanks to a very good friend who sent me a personal message yesterday asking me a few questions, a bit more information, and wanting to know just that bit more about quitting masturbation and from their point of view whether it's that you should or whether there is meant to be times when you do release. Now, I'm talking about male masturbation here. So if you haven't checked out the video, go check that out and then come straight back to this one. I talk about male masturbation and how I quit, why I recommend other people quitting, and disclaimers, this is not medical advice. I'm going by personal experience here. Now, he was saying about that stuff becoming stagnant and the cycles, the natural cycles in life, and everything has a cycle. And also that you could use up that energy and burn it out by not using it. Whereas using it and building it to be more powerful. Now, I would like to say that you can do that. If you can't see, Shiitake just turned up. This is Shiitake, by the way, his first introduction. There's a little cat. We rescued a cat. She was pregnant. She gave birth to a few kittens that we still have. So this is Shiitake. He's about 1 year old. He's a nice little boy. So, yeah, when it comes to masturbation, I said you can use the energy up by just expelling it. But there is practices, as you go through development, there is more practices to it and more you can do to increase that energy and stop it going stagnant. But it doesn't really go stagnant, but if you go completely just cold turkey, as it were, and just stop for a long period of time, you might build up frustration, anger, rage. I suffered a lot from rage through my childhood, just from stress. I had a lot of anger, a lot of just anger and stress, and I found masturbation as a good release. It gets rid of that tension, it gets rid of that energy, that power within that's just wanting to explode. So you explode it by other means instead of upsetting or damaging something in your external world. You end up doing something like masturbation. But there's things that you can do, like my rage is at an all-time best. It's never been so good. And it's wild, I've quit. And I'm going to go into a few methods at the end on how you can improve and how you can quit and how you can keep yourself level and balanced while quitting. And not have to go through extreme rage, anger, anxiety. Because this can build up if you just cut something off, any addiction. This is one key thing that shows you that it's an addiction. When you just stop it, you get like a wave. You're up and down. You're just all over the place, and you just think you need it so badly. You think you need it, and you don't realize you just want it. From habit. It's something that you've done for a long time. It's something that's boosted your hormones and given you a good feeling. And for a lot of us, we just don't get enough good feelings. So what I want you to do is, if you're trying to quit, drop a comment, say I'm trying to quit, get it out there, voice it. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be really proud of. If you're trying to quit, well done. You're trying to add some discipline to your life. You're on the path of self-improvement, and it's a path we should all be on. We should always be improving. A lot of people are only just the beginning stages of life, then once they finish their education and they sort of just stop improving themselves, they feel like they've maybe accomplished everything, and life becomes a bit hollow. It's all about constant improvement, self-improvement. Improve yourself within. Improve your physical body. Make it stronger. Make it last longer. And just be on that improvement path, and quitting masturbation is part of that path. Now, if you've got a partner, if you're lucky enough to have a loved one, as you're quitting masturbation, they said you can still have sex. Sex is great. It's amazing. There's nothing more intimate than a real sexual bond. But it's powerful. There's a reason that we find this subject so taboo, and we also find it so crucial. The worst thing we can think of is sexual abuse, because it's so powerful. It's such an incredible force. It's because this is where we create from. And it's not just creating a child, it's a creating essence that comes from our sexuality, our sexual being. When this is suppressed, you can get suppression in your creativity, a suppression in your passion. So it's about redirecting that energy, redirecting that source. But at the beginning stages, what you need to do, this is some tips I recommend. If you're trying to quit and you're finding it hard, or you're wondering whether you should, what I want you to do is every time you get the urge, or you're stressed out and you feel you need to, is to take a moment to literally just move your body, stretch, breathe. Start following a new routine. So get a pen and paper. Go through my other videos on a couple of stretches. Take note of a couple of stretches, a couple of exercises. That's it. And just every time you get the urge, follow that routine. A 10-minute routine of breathing, stretching and moving. Yeah. And appreciation to your body, appreciation to you, the life within. And set that intention for 10 minutes. Every time you get the urge, I don't know how long you've been doing it for. Some people do it just for a couple minutes, some people can do it for hours. Yeah? So depending how long time you've been spending doing this, and if you're about to do it, you're about to spend some time. So spend that time touching yourself in a loving way. Yeah? Working on yourself, self-improvement. Spend that time to caress your muscles. Yeah? Rub your joints, put some oil on. Yeah? You was about to put some oil on something else, but put it on your joints. Yeah? Make your knees more supple. Knees are overlooked. Yeah, lots of people as they get older, they get a lot of knee problems, ankle problems. Spend some time massaging your knees, your ankles. What I like to do is think of oil. Now if you've got some saturated fats, when it gets cold it gets hard. When it gets hot, it melts and it's loose. So think of that fat. We have saturated fats in us, but just think of that as being a bit cold, a bit stiff, and the joints are stiff. So you're just going to rub them, massage them, warm them up. You can get a towel, put it in some water and heat it up. Heat some warm water or stick a towel in the microwave and just get it warm. Don't burn yourself, but warm. Wrap it around your joints. Yeah? Let it just sit there and just take a few breaths as that heat massages in and warms up the joint. Make yourself more supple, more flexible. Treat your body well. Treat your body with care and love. If you checked my other video on, is it selfish? Self-love is not selfish. Someone put a great comment and they said that it really helped them to understand that if they're trying to give other people water, because they want to treat other people good, if they're trying to give other people water from their cup that's empty, and they're also dehydrated, they're just not going to be effective. And it's true. If you haven't got a lot of self-worth, value, self-love, you're going to find it very hard and very energy depleting to try and love others, and you'll want to. Because who doesn't want to? You have to go through a lot of really bad, horrible traumas to not want to give out love. But if you have, you're not broken. If you don't want to be nice to other people, you're not broken. You just got to go through a process of self-development, and you need that love even more. But practicing self-love practices, massages, yeah, with the intention, say in your mind an intention of love, of care, nurture. Like little shiitake that I had earlier. Just people can have a pet or a dog, a cat, whatever it is, and they can have a real loving feeling towards it. Set that loving feeling to yourself. Yeah, love the life that you are, and love your body no matter how it looks. No matter what type of body you have, it's yours. And it's only yours. Yeah, you may share it with others, but it is yours, and you have every spare moment in the day to spend with yourself, and spend it with love and care and appreciation, gratitude. You really, really care for yourself. And like I said, every time you get that urge to masturbate, go back into yourself and take care of yourself. If it's really strong, and like I said, some people, if they're near a computer, something that gives them their urges and they know they can get on a website very quick and satisfy themselves very quick. Get away from the computer, go outside, go somewhere public, yeah, somewhere where you can't do what the urge is tempting you to do. But go for a walk in nature and breathe, appreciate all of the bounty around you. Yeah, and just appreciate it, appreciate your life, no matter how hard it is. So just appreciate being alive, living your life. Like I said, and work on yourself. It's not an instant switch. You can't just switch your mind like that and everything's good. It takes time, takes practice, and you're worth it. You deserve it, and you can do it. Trust me, you really can do it. So just take that time for yourself. And like I said, if you're in a partnership, if you're lucky enough to have a partner, express with them what you're trying to do. Yeah, that you're on a quest of self-improvement. Apologize if your emotions are up and down a little at the moment, and say, I'm just trying to balance myself and get myself in a better, more centered place so I can love you more. Let them know. Share with them. Connect with them. And maybe you'll inspire them to want to help you and help themselves as well. And like I said, then when it comes to actual sex, still have sex. If you're in a relationship, you can still have sex. Sex isn't wrong. Your intention and thoughts during it matter. Yeah, if you're thinking sort of things that you've seen, and you're doing things a little bit, say, aggressive, or a little bit not loving, yeah? More just that energy just going in there and just yeah. Calm it down. Start making love slowly. We call it making love, yeah, because you're making, but it's making that energy, that flow between two people, bond so powerful. So start having slow sex, appreciating it. Trying not to climax. Another thing you can try and do. Now, this is something that I've practiced a lot and I recommend, is have sex but don't. If you're a male, have sex but don't climax. You can still orgasm, by the way. You can have a much more powerful, extreme feeling that can last a lot longer than a regular climax once you get into a flow and get more connected, more sensitive, and embrace it and open up, and less thoughts, less going on in your mind while you're doing it. Yeah? But start by, tell your partner, say, look, I just enjoy the journey of us. I enjoy being the sexual part, you know? It's not about the ending, it's not about the finishing. It's about the bit in between, the whole process of just connecting, eye gazing, touching, caressing, feeling each other. Really feeling each other and being that intimately close with each other. Getting that bond, getting it, you know? So if you've had that, you know how powerful it is. If you haven't, work on it. Start with slow lovemaking, slow sex. Yeah, and just build from there. And like I said, and try and hold back from climaxing. Don't think of that as a goal. That's not what you're doing it for. If you're trying to have a child, it's different. But if you're not, and you're just doing it for, not for fun, that's the trick there, for fun. For pleasure and a bonding, building relationship, to build that bond with that person even tighter, even more secure. Yeah? And your female will come to appreciate it. She'll be very happy that you want to make the sexual experience last longer, yeah, and be more intimate. And then you'll learn to love it too. I hope this gives you some indication on some things you can do, some advice, some habits to break, and some power and some self-improvement. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.